The sign that grabs eyes? The Lighthouse is ready. Check our bio for both signs.
Let's talk Lighthouse Self Storage in Westminster. Why were front lit channel letters the perfect choice for Lighthouse Self Storage? So, Lighthouse Self Storage is in this fairly large shopping complex, and it's got really nice street frontage day and night, which means that we need a big old sign that conveys what it is we do day and night. And so frontlit channel letters were the perfect selection for that. Not to mention that the Lighthouse Storage logo is a giant lighthouse. You better believe that lighthouse better light up. Otherwise, what's the point? So that's frontlit channel letters for Lighthouse Storage. You paired the main sign with a pylon insert. What's the strategic advantage of that combination? So often at some sort of shopping center, you'll also have a monument sign or a pylon sign or a pole sign. All of these words mean the same thing, but it's the sign by the street in which tenants get to place additional signage. And so in this specific case, they had 2 slots per side of the sign. So slot number 1, let's make a big old Lighthouse Storage logo so that not only does the building have that big old frontlit channel letter logo, but now perpendicular to the street, we've got facing both ways the logo as well. And then below that, we were able to add a little bit of information about how to reach and find out more about the company on the second sign. What are the secrets to making a sign stand out on a busy street, day and night? So, size matters, obviously, with signage. So the bigger the letters, the bigger the logo, and the more you allow the design itself to shine, the better. So you don't want to clutter up that design with all sorts of words and descriptions and things like that. People tend to lose interest and don't read it. Plus, it doesn't catch your eye quite as well. On top of that, you want clean design. Colors, blue and yellow, or white and black. Stuff like that, that where the colors really combine and work together as opposed to work against one another. And so that's sign making 101 would be to just make sure that you've got that level of contrast in your design. What's one surprising fact about the materials or lighting that goes into a sign like this? So I think people don't really understand how big these signs are. In the case of Lighthouse Storage, the logo itself that we built is 3 feet tall. It's pretty big. The letters are a little over a foot, which isn't quite as big, but taken on the whole, we've got almost 5 visual feet of signage height on that building, and that is a big deal. That is something that, as you're driving by, catches your eyes. How does a sign project for a multi-tenant property like this differ from a typical business? So often, first and foremost, when you're in a multi-tenant property, you probably have sign guidelines provided to you by your landlord or property manager that tells you exactly what the sign has to be. It can be these materials, it can be this size, and it can be placed exactly here on the building. And then as far as that street sign goes, you get this slot. So you've got to work within the constraints of what you're given. Creativity loves constraints. And so in this specific case, this means we've got this area to maximize, and over on that pole sign, we've got another area to maximize given the constraints, given the nature of we'd like to reach as many people as possible who are driving by. For a client worried about energy costs or maintenance, what is your best advice? An LED sign. So previously, these lit signs were often made with neon. That's just not quite as efficient of a lighting instrument as LEDs are. they don't last as long, and they're far more finicky as far as easily breakable if someone were to hit it. Whereas LEDs last a long time. And then on top of that, add colors that are standard colors. This makes it easier to replace. Easier equals less expensive. So if you're going bananas with special shades of chartreuse, note that when someone needs to replace your chartreuse, that is something that needs to be specially made just for that one moment in time to go replace your chartreuse. This is the type of thing that makes it a little bit more expensive over time to help and fix. So that is it.
Like how Lighthouse's sign grabs eyes? Check the full story in the comments. Follow us in our bio.